everyone, my name is Bridget. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you will stick around today and watch my video about my May and June TBR and listen to me blab about all my new books, and let's get into it. First off, I am semi-new to reading. I started back in December of 2021. I used to hate reading, so this is a lot for me to read in 2 months. Some of these I picked up last year or a couple months ago and just now getting around to it, but this is my TBR for the next 2 months. Okay, first off is my Percy Jackson series. I bought this box set about 2 years ago. Never picked it up. Picking it up now. Percy Jackson is a Greek mythology. I'm sorry if you hear my puppies in the background. They're crying and barking and playing. Anywho, this is a Greek mythology world. This follows Percy Jackson, hence Percy Jackson. His dad is Poseidon or Zeus or somebody. I can't remember who his dad is. I think it's Poseidon. It's the one with the pitchfork under the sea. The big mermaid dude, whatever. It is compared to Harry Potter in a sense. People likes it as good as Harry Potter. They kind of compare it to it by how like the worlds are. This does not have like witches, warlocks, and everything like that in it. I'm about positive it don't. But I watched the movies before and I really love them, and I want to read this whole book series before the new TV series comes out. Moving on to Bridgerton. This is When He Was Wicked by Julia Quinn, and this is Francesca's story. I read book 1 through 5. I read some of them on audio, or listened to some of them on audio, and I read a few of them like hardback. Favorite 2 is Benedict's story, which is book 3, and book 5, which is Eloise's story. Now, after Eloise's story, I immediately picked up this one. I read like 2 pages out of it last summer, and I put it down, and I never picked it up. I took it fishing, and I actually got it wet, and I don't even know how I got it wet. But I picked it up, and it was boring, but I'm going to try to push through with this book into this series so I can move on to the rest of the series. Then it goes on to The Summer I Turned Pretty by Jenny Han. I have never read anything by Jenny Han, but I did watch the Netflix series To All the Boys I Ever Loved, and I really liked it. I really love those movies. Those are like one of my top favorite movies of all time. But I have never read any of her books, and I bought this book last summer, and I wanted to read it during the summertime, and I never got around to it. But I am going to try my hardest to get through this, and if I like it, then I'll buy the other 2 books in the series. I have 2 Colleen Hoover books here. The first one is Reminders of Him. This is supposedly a little bit sad, but this is like one of the top books that Colleen Hoover lovers will recommend. Both of the books I have is. She is a mother. She lost her child. She went to jail. Her boyfriend, father of the child, died, I think. I read like a chapter of it last year whenever I bought this, like back in September, I think. I liked it, but at the time I had other books that I was reading that I liked better, and I just put it down and never picked it up. So I'm going to restart on that. Next one is November 9th. This is people's top 5 to top 3 of their favorite Colleen Hoover books, so I figured I'd try it. I did partially start it whenever I started Reminders of Him. I started it at around the same time because I bought them at the same time, and I was going to tandem read them, and that just never ended up happening. And I tandem read a lot of books. Well, I think that's what it's called, tandem read, like where you read a bunch of books at one time. Well, anywho, but I was trying to tandem read them, and it didn't work out. Same deal. I had other books that I liked better, was more interested in, and I put these down, never picked them up. So I'm going to try to re-pick them up, see how I feel. I am going to annotate both of these. I actually have my little tabs to match. So we're going to see how I feel about this. We're going to see where we go with them. I'll do a book review on those as well. I'll do a Colleen Hoover book review in a video. That's exactly what I will do. And then this one is something that I probably will read and start tonight. And I've never read this author, and this is supposed to be sad. And it is If He Had Been With Me by Lauren Nowlin or Nolan. I'm not for sure exactly how to say her last name. Nolan. I don't know. But anyways, it's supposed to be like gut-wrenching sad. It's supposed to make me bawl my eyes out. It's supposed to be super duper sad. It's a boy and a girl who loved each other, and then they broke up, and then they didn't want anything to do with each other, and then something happens to the boy. I think that's what happens. I'm not really for sure, but I can't wait to read it. It's supposed to be super sad. It does have a prequel to it. I don't know what it's called, but it's supposed to be from somebody else's perspective or from his perspective. And I heard that at the end of the book, like at the beginning of the book, you know what's going to happen at the end of the book. But it takes you through the whole story of what happens and stuff. And by the end of the book, the thing happens, the death, whatever it is, I think it's a death. At the end, the death happens, and then you're still reading for like 10 minutes more after the super sad thing happens. So we'll see. And the next two is murder mysteries, or a murder mystery and another mystery. I think the one is a mystery. This one I bought back in, I think, like January. I can't remember a thing about it, so I'm going in blind on it. That is what I'm doing for a couple of these books. I'm going in completely blind. And it is E. Lockhart, We Were Liars. And it has a prequel, and it is Family of Liars. I don't know much about it. I know that this has like maps in it, and I love it when books have like maps and like just descriptions of stuff. And I have not a clue about this, but it's like a mystery, and I like mystery books. I love them to death, so hopefully I can get through this. This might be one of my next reads after If He Had Been With Me. And then the next one is A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. And I've heard and seen people talk about this out the wazoo, and I can't wait to read it. I've had it for a couple months, and with the move, because we moved in a house and everything, I just never got to pick it up. But it's a murder mystery. I think they're high schoolers, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they're like in high school, so I'm super excited about that. Those are my two little mystery books. And then going on to my Kindle reads, this is another mystery, and it is all the missing girls. I want to say all the girls missing. All the girls missing. I think that's what I said. All the missing girls. Ugh, if I can get it out. By Megan Miranda. This is going to be one of my Kindle reads, and it's supposed to be a mystery. That this is like the second book out of this that I'm going in completely blind on. I'm going to look it up and kind of get an idea of what it is before I completely read it. But this is one of those little TikTok books that I've seen going around there just for a little bit. So we'll see how I like it. And then the next one is Credence by Penelope Douglas. I have a little bit of a slightest clue of what's going on in this book. I think it is a 3-book series or a 2-book series. I think it has love in it and romance in it. And then I also think that it has, death in it. So I hope you like this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe. I hope you come back for more. And I hope you have a wonderful and blessed day. And thank you so much. Bye.